こんにちは、ジャパニーズアモのミサです。Hey guys, today I'm going to teach you how to use まま。例えば、みんなは電気をつけたまま寝ますか？電気をつけたまま寝ますか？ Do you guys sleep with the lights on? 電気をつけたまま寝るのは体に良くないという人もいますね。Some people say that sleeping with the lights on is not good for you, but yeah. 私は電気をつけたまま寝ます。I sleep with the lights on. 暗い部屋が好きじゃないです。I don't like dark rooms. So, 電気をつけた means turned on the lights. 電気をつける to turn on the lights. 電気をつけた it's in the past tense. Specifically the simple past tense, the past tense we use for the informal speech, not the matcha form. And then I added まま, right? 電気をつけたまま. And that means with the lights on. So this mama is used to describe the state that hasn't changed. So this mama is used when the state of something hasn't changed after the action. So the action here is turning on the lights, and the state is the lights being on, right? And then that hasn't changed while you're sleeping. And this sounds all complicated, but it's basically like with something on, with the TV on. We would use this mama as well, like テレビをつけたまま寝る. I sleep with the TV on. Or テレビをつけたまま寝た. I fell asleep with the TV on. And another thing I want you to notice is that whether the whole sentence is about the past or the usual habit, you still have to use the past tense of the verb in front of mama. So, テレビをつけたまま寝る. This means I sleep with the TV on. And the last verb is not in the past tense, right? It's talking about what I usually do. It's the present tense, right? Still, I have to say つけたまま, not つけるまま. So the past tense plus mama. And when we talk about the past, that stays in the past tense as well. So テレビをつけたまま寝た. Or 寝ました formally. So again, the formality only changes at the end, right? You don't say テレビをつけましたまま寝ました. And another thing I want you to remember is that we usually use this mama when talking about something that seems unusual. So, the norm, the standard way of sleeping seems to be with the lights off. So for the sentence, I sleep with the lights off, we wouldn't really say 電気を消したまま寝る. Although it seems like a correct sentence. Here we would rather say 電気を消して寝る. So we use the て form. So I turn off the lights and then sleep. Or I turn off the TV and then go to bed. Then you'd say テレビを消して寝る. I mean, it's kind of hard to judge what's normal, but if you at least believe that it's not very normal, then you'd probably use mama. Or you compare to what you do usually. For example, you wear contact lenses and you usually take them off before falling asleep. But you want to say, last night I forgot to take my lenses off and fell asleep. Then you can use this mama. So, コンタクトをつけたまま寝た。Or more naturally, I would actually use ちゃった。コンタクトをつけたまま寝ちゃった。So we use this ちゃった when we do something intentionally, or we do something and then regret it. Then we use ちゃった. Usually you take your lenses out, but oops, I didn't. So, コンタクトをつけたまま寝ちゃった。Or formally you'd say コンタクトをつけたまま寝てしまいました。So, ちゃった informally and てしまいました formally. So we usually use this mama when you do something unusual or you do something different from other people. Another example, my friend sometimes sleeps with her eyes open. ちょっと怖い。It's a little bit scary, but anyway, that's not very normal, right? So for this kind of sentence, we also use mama. So to open your eyes is 目を開ける、目を開ける。So, 友達は目を開けたまま寝る。Okay, maybe not always, たまに。Occasionally, 友達はたまに目を開けたまま寝る。Or if you want to say, oh, my friend is sleeping with her eyes open right now, then you'd say, 友達は目を開けたまま寝ている。Or 友達は目を開けたまま寝ています。Again, it doesn't matter if we are talking about now, you still have to say 開けたまま, the past tense, right? Because she opened her eyes, and that's the action. And the state of her eyes open is lasting. So we say, 目を開けたまま寝ている。And if you want to say, I sleep with my eyes closed, and that's the standard way, right? In this case, we just use the て form again and say, 目を閉じて寝る。目を閉じて寝る。You know, in Japan, people sleep while standing on the train, right? I was one of them. I'm standing like this and just fall asleep. A skill, I think. So remember how to say to stand? 立つ the past tense. 立った、立った。So standing is the action, and then that state is not changing while sleeping. So you say 立ったまま寝る。立ったまま寝る。Again, that's a little bit strange, right? So we can use mama. So you can say 電車で立ったまま寝た。I slept while standing on the train. And if you can do that, then you can call yourself a Japanese salaryman. 次の例文 next example sentence. With your shoes on. So that's something very, 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 very weird to Japanese people. To wear shoes, we say 靴を履く not 靴を着る 着る is for wearing tops or dresses. So 靴を履く and the past tense of 履く is 靴を履いた履いた and if you want to say I'm wearing shoes, you say 靴を履いている But here you want to use the simple past tense, 履いた. So, with shoes on, you say, 靴を履いたまま。靴を履いたまま。For example, 靴を履いたまま、どうぞ。Oh, I would never want to say this sentence. どうぞ is like, please. And you can say it like, here you go, or come in, どうぞ. But you can also say it while giving something. So, どうぞ, or どうぞ, welcome, come in. Yeah, so I would never personally say the sentence, but 靴を履いたまま、どうぞ, please come in with your shoes on. Okay, next point. Let's look at ないまま. So we want to use the negation. ない. So, do you remember コンタクトをつけたまま寝た? Here, instead of つけたまま, you can also say コンタクトを外さないまま寝た. コンタクトを外さないまま寝ました. So, 外す is to take off, to take out. You can say about your glasses, like メガネを外す. So, コンタクトを外さない. So, again, it's the informal way to say not take off, right? The negation. Again, I have a lesson on this, so check it out. What happened? 外す, we changed the last u into a. 外す, 外さ, and I put ない. 外さないまま寝た. Here, we don't use the past negative. And, yeah, I know it should be more logical, but no. When you want to say without doing something, you want to use ない instead of なかった. So, 外さないまま寝た. If you fell asleep with your glasses on, for example, you can say メガネをかけたまま寝た. Or メガネを外さないまま寝た. I fell asleep with glasses on, or I fell asleep without taking off my glasses. Or I fell asleep, sorry about all the sleeping. I'm sorry, I don't know. I can't get away from this territory. I fell asleep without changing. I fell asleep without changing my clothes. Then 着替える is to change clothes. So 着替えないまま寝た. 着替えないまま寝た. Or I went to bed without brushing my teeth. 歯を磨く is to brush teeth. 歯を磨かないまま. 歯を磨かないまま寝ました. Or 寝ちゃった。寝てしまいました. Oops, I fell asleep without brushing my teeth. You can't just remember this ないまま as without. So for example, if you want to say, I took an exam without studying, then you didn't use ないまま. Here you just use ないで. So when you want to make a sentence like, I did something without you usually use this ないで, like 勉強しないで試験を受けた. 勉強しないで試験を受けました. The only time you can use this ないまま is you did something or you didn't do something and that state didn't change, right? Or hasn't changed. So that's like the important part of this grammar. Like we want to say that we did something without doing something and that state also didn't change. So you can actually say 着替えないで寝た. So you can also use ないで instead of ないまま. Or 歯を磨かないで寝た. ないまま can be replaced with ないで without. But when you say ないまま, you're really emphasizing the fact that that's not usual and you're like that state is not great. So you slept with your teeth unclean, and that's not great, and that's not usual. And you must say, 歯を磨かないまま寝ちゃった。Or you didn't change into pajama and you fell asleep. You want to say that that's not normal, but I did it. 着替えないまま寝た。Again, now let's look at noun のまま。For example, I am lazy, so I go out in my pajama. For this sentence, you can say パジャマのまま。パジャマのまま。パジャマのまま出かけた。パジャマのままスーパーに行った。I went to supermarket in my pajama. So again, the focus is that I didn't change the state. I didn't change the state of being in my pajama. Again, instead of パジャマのまま, you can simply say パジャマでスーパーに行った。To mean in my pajama, or you can also use the verb パジャマを着てスーパーに行った。But パジャマを着てスーパーに行った can even imply that I put on my pajama and then went to the supermarket. So it doesn't really illustrate the image of me not changing. So like I was already in pajama and I'm not changing because I'm lazy and went to the supermarket. So yeah, Mama really puts an emphasis on the fact that I'm not changing. Another example, imagine the zombie apocalypse, like The Walking Dead or Resident Evil situation, and you want to say, I want to die as a human. I don't want to die as a zombie or vampire. You want to die being a human. Then here you want to say human no mama. Right? So noun no mama. You can't do noun mama. Noun no mama. So human we say 人間. So 人間のまま死にたい。人間のまま死にたい。I mean, you don't have to say I want to die. You can say I want to live as well. 人間のままでいたい。人間のままでいたい。いたい means want to be, right? Or want to stay. So 人間のままでいたい。Again, you can just say 人間でいたい to me. I want to stay being a human. But 人間のままでいたい. Again, you put an emphasis on the fact that you're already a human and you don't want to change, right? Not wanting to change, that's like the important part of this sentence. 人間のままでいたい。人間のままで死にたい。人間のまま死にたい。By the way, I added this de, right? You can omit it most of the time and it's safer to do that. But you can also do mama de and then put a verb. But I would say omitting the de part is actually more common. 次, you'd probably hear this a lot. 昔のまま。昔のまま。昔, maybe you've heard 昔昔 a long time ago, once upon a time. 昔 means long time ago. 昔のまま. Again, mama really focuses on the fact that it hasn't changed, right? So 昔のまま, it means as it was in the past, as it was before, and the state, the situation hasn't changed. The scenery hasn't changed. Like, この景色は昔のままだ. So this scenery hasn't changed since long time ago. A building hasn't changed right? Maybe it looks a bit older, but still like mostly hasn't changed. Then you can say この建物は昔のままだ or 昔のままです。次, now let's look at the adjective plus mama. So for both adjectives and adjectives, you don't get rid of anything. Like, often for adjectives, you have to get rid of the na at the end, or the na stays. So for example, きれいな is an adjective, right? You have to say きれいなママ no きれいママ きれいなママ I don't know what TV show it was, but I remember there was like a daughter speaking to her mom and little girl said ママはきれいなままでいてねママはきれいなままでいてね And the context was she saw pictures of her grandma, so the mom's mom, grandma's picture, and like what she looked like, what the grandma looked like, and then she's looking at what the grandma looks like now, and she compares. So rude, but she looks at both of them and then turns to her mom and says, "Mommy, please stay being pretty. Mommy, please don't be ugly, basically. Please stay being beautiful." Such a horrible thing to say in front of the grandma after looking at the picture. Yeah. ママは綺麗なままでいてね. And that sounds a bit funny, right? Because mama twice. Mama can be used like mommy. Like usually only, small children use the word mommy, mama. And then this mama is different. Anyway, ママは綺麗なままでいてね. You can say this 綺麗なままでいてね to anyone. You can say this to your wife, girlfriend, partner. But it's, I wouldn't personally like it if somebody says that to me, like 綺麗なままでいてね. In a way, it's a compliment because that person is saying you're beautiful now, and they want you to stay that way, but like it's so controlling, and I don't know, I don't like it personally, but yeah. Anyway, the point is keep the na there, 綺麗なまま. For adjectives, again, nothing changes, so the opposite of 綺麗 as clean is 汚い, dirty or messy, right? 汚い. So you could say 部屋を掃除してないから汚いままでごめんね。部屋を掃除してないから汚いままでごめんね。So ごめんね is sorry. Like sorry, my room is messy because I haven't cleaned or tidied up. Yeah, maybe if you go Mercari, for example, like if you want to buy secondhand stuff in Japan, you usually use the website called Mercari. You might say 使ってないので綺麗なままです. Maybe they're talking about a sofa, right? このソファーは使ってないので綺麗なままです. It stayed being clean and nothing changed. Okay, the last point. 最後. Do you guys know ながら? Nagara means while, like while doing something, like 例えばテレビを見ながら晩ご飯を食べる. I have my dinner while watching TV. When you do something simultaneously, you use this nagara. So you do two actions at the same time, watching and eating, right? It's not that hard. And you use nagara, then you use the must form stem plus nagara. So テレビを見る and then you get rid of ru. テレビを見ながらご飯を食べる. Or I clean my room while listening to music. 音楽を聴きながら部屋を掃除する。ながら seems kind of similar, but it's different. Mama really is all about not changing, right? Mama is about the state that hasn't changed, whilst Nagara is about doing something simultaneously. So, テレビを見ながら食べる。I eat while watching TV, and テレビをつけたまま食べる。It means I eat food with the TV on. So this sentence doesn't really tell you that I'm watching the TV, it's just the TV is on. And the state is, I turned on the TV at some point before maybe eating dinner, and that state hasn't changed. So you didn't say テレビを見たまま、ご飯を食べる. Sounds really weird. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want more grammar videos, please consider supporting me on Patreon. I would really appreciate your support. Also, please check out my merch. This Hiragana blanket, or actually Katakana one, this Katakana blanket can be purchased on my merch website. And all the links are in the description box. Okay, じゃあまたね。バイバイ。